As a batsman, it's important at times to just take a back seat. Just take it easy. You know there are other options available. It's not going to be a very long spell, probably 5-6 over spell. Or even a 4-5 over spell if you don't give him too many wickets here. Somebody's bowling well, you've got to give him that respect. Now that's good running. That's good running. Good to see that intensity there.
Brings up to 50 as well. The Afghans have to remember that when it comes to the back end of the innings, bowling-wise, Zimbabwe do struggle. If they can keep wickets intact, can even chase around, say, 9 in over for the last 5, because they're not too great at bowling those Yorkers and defending in the back end, Zimbabwe.
Ten runs of the over. That's a pretty good over here for Afghanistan. 52 for 3.
Overs completed, 52 for 3. Afghanistan trying to make a match of it. Good fielding, very good fielding. Zimbabwe have thrown themselves around and have really looked to attack the ball on every given occasion. Happy with the performance, Tino?
I would have been happy with another 40 runs on the board. But nonetheless, 52 for 3. Early wickets again for Zimbabwe today. Spoken about how important it is for them to do that. The first time they did in the series, they won the third one-day international. But bit of a partnership performing now. 18 from 28 between Shahzad and the ever-experienced Mohammad Nabi.
That's a poor shot. Now they're going up for the stumping. He's gone up as well. Now this will be a big moment, decisive moment, but I don't think the body language doesn't seem to suggest that the Zimbabwean fielders are very confident about it. But let's see. That is all right. Generally, it's very rare that a spinner bowls a no ball, but this is the critical one. I think he's all right. He's having some part of his foot behind the crease. At least that's how I see it. Do you see anything different, Tino?
Nah, looks like that foot did come in front of the crease there, but I think by the time that wicketkeeper Richmond Tamami broke the stumps, he was safely back behind his guard.
Should be all right. Should be all right. But Nabi, well, there you are. That's the confirmation that Nabi is safe. But one thing about Nabi is he looks to me the best organized Afghanistan batsman. He looks solid with his defense and approach, good temperament. And to me, he's going to be a factor here. And if Zimbabwe can dismiss him, then I believe they'll be with a good chance. As for Shahzad, interesting to see whether Zimbabwe will allow him those boundary hits, or will he have to be really working for his runs. Again, high and pitching outside the leg stump. But Creamer, to me, can be the man that will provide wickets for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, clearly pitching outside the leg stump. So once that's happened, it doesn't really matter where the ball's going. It's going to be cutting into the middle stump. Once it's pitched outside the leg stump, cannot be out.
Krima has a very nice approach, a very relaxed approach. He doesn't rush through. He's somebody who really takes his time over deliveries. He's not rushed, so he's very relaxed at the point of delivery and at the point of starting his run up. Oh, bowled him. That was the googly, and he played on, I think. And that's the wicket Zimbabwe wanted. That's a big breakthrough. That tells the story. They know it. They know it. Nabi is a big wicket.
Nabi is a very big wicket. He came out this evening. He looked positive. He looked organised. Graham Creamer just getting that one to slide on. It hasn't spun. Inside edge, off the pad as well, I think. And it cannons into the stumps. Graham Creamer gets the 4th wicket for Zimbabwe. Afghanistan 52 for 4. And Mohamed Nabi, he's gone for 11.
Hashmatullah Shahidi, he's the new batsman. Just played 8 games, doesn't have a great record, doesn't have a lot of experience. He's out there to join Shehzad, who's now going to be the key here. Bowling to a packed offside field, which is the right way to go with Shehzad. Favors the leg side a lot. So Zimbabwe seem to be looking to attack him outside the off stump, get him to play in that offside area.
This was the wicket. Graham Creamer, that ball just sliding on, not gripping and turning. He's found himself in a horrible position, Mohamed Nabi. The bails are dislodged, and despair for the Afghanistan fans. You mentioned the fact that a packed offside field. There's a man back on the boundary at sweeper. There's a man at 3rd man. We've seen in the innings that he scored that fantastic 100 in the second one-day international. He loves to play the ball through the onside. He had a slower ball earlier from Neville Madziwa. He picked it up beautifully, hit it up and over the onside field again. So the Zimbabweans have got a plan. They're sticking to it and make sure he has to force that ball if he wants to hit it through the onside.
What was very clear in that innings was that he favoured the leg side. He got the bulk of the runs on the leg side, and also he got a lot of boundaries, so the accumulation of runs was easy. Didn't see him really running for singles and twos, and doesn't seem to be somebody who's fond of really taking those runs. So Zimbabwe will have to make him work for his runs, and particularly try and bowl outside the off stump, get him playing on the offside as they're trying to do now. They're going to cover that mid-wicket area. So try and block all those scoring areas.
Yeah, that's good bowling. And this was his fantastic 100 the other day. He took his time at the beginning of the innings, but just like we're saying, that ball hit over mid-on. That ball swept away through the onside again. That was beautifully played over the top. Once again, waiting for that ball to get to him, guiding it down. And there he was again, up and over the onside field. Once again, big slog sweep over mid-wicket.
Just see what he's trying to do. He's just trying to drag it from outside the off stump. So he seemed to be getting frustrated here. 47 balls he's taken for his 22. And a few more shots off that 100. He plays some delightful shots, very powerful. And particularly loves the leg side. It was an important innings, very important innings. And that was really the catalyst that Afghanistan win.
Seems to be a little bit of disappointment or haji-baji going on between batsman and the wicket-keeper, but all calm is kept.
Good over, very good over. Maiden, 52 for 4. That's the story of the game so far. Afghanistan need another 175 runs. They got 6 wickets standing. Shehzad really seemed to be pretty frustrated. Not happy. See what happens here. A swing, miss. And Mutubami just underarms the stumps. And look at Shehzad's reaction. Not happy. He's not happy.
Yeah, he's clearly not happy. Richmond Mutumbami well within his rights. He thinks that there's a run-out opportunity or a stumping opportunity. He's allowed to let that ball go. So, how much is that? Clearly not happy.
So Creamer will continue. Bowling to the Hashmatullah, the left-hander. Well, they're not happy, they're nervous, they're worried. Got a few Afghan supporters here. Hashmatullah is the new batsman. Well, last 13 balls, they haven't been able to get a run. They've lost a wicket. Now there is a short leg brought in, that's very good cricket. Oh, that's turning. Manages to get it fine, but Zimbabwe on the attack, looking to try and get wickets, which is the right thing to do. Looking to attack Hashmatullah.
Graham Creamer, a little bit of grip and turn here. Nobody at 45, so a couple of runs for Afghanistan. And that's the googly. I don't think he's picked that. Some willow onto it nonetheless. Another run to Afghanistan. But I think Graham Creamer will be licking his lips bowling at Hashmatullah.
Certainly was on the back foot when it was pitched a bit short. He was not reading. He didn't pick it up at all. Just hit it across or hit it against the line of the delivery. Now Shehzad on strike. He's having a man on the point boundary. He's also having a long off. Sensible on the part of Shehzad. That's what he needs to do. After all, singles and twos can add on to your score, not just boundaries, 4s and 6s.
Well, yeah, still lots of time to bat. A few other batsmen to come down the order. Give yourself the best opportunity to get to that total, and batting long is doing that. Just seems to me as though he's got two sides to himself. How much is that? Sometimes can be ultra sensible, and another time can be over-attacking almost. A ball by Graham Creamer. He doesn't want to miss that. Hashmatullah right back in front of his stumps. He's got to make sure he keeps getting that bat coming straight through the line of the ball.
Once again, this time on the bounce. Short delivery, looking to pull him. So another good over 57 for 4. Afghanistan in some sort of bother here. 57 for 4. 18 overs completed. Much will depend on Shehzad, who's 23. Asmatullah, he's 4 not out. Let's take a look at the wickets of the Afghan innings. This was the first one, Noor Ali, off an inside edge. And then this was unlucky. Dennis Kaz, the captain. Good catch. Rashid Khan. And then this was Nabi. Off the bowling of Prima. Those were the 4 wickets so far that has fallen in the Afghan innings. At the corresponding stage, Zimbabwe ahead. Way ahead. No wickets lost. But then Afghanistan did come back very, very strongly to restrict Zimbabwe to 226.
Yeah, I think the Zimbabwean camp as a whole will be happy with the situation they're at the moment. 57 for 4. Dismissed majority of the top order. 3 batsmen who have got runs for Afghanistan. The 2 they've dismissed, sorry. This man was a thorn in the flesh of the Zimbabwean bowlers 2 one-day internationals ago with that wonderful 130 not out. He's still there now. The Zimbabweans won't be comfortable as long as he's at the crease. But this man, Luke Jongwe, expensive last over, he went for 10. He was phenomenal for Zimbabwe the other evening. 5 wickets he got for 6 runs. And I'm pretty sure the Zimbabweans will be hoping that get another breakthrough for them here. Just put a bit more of a squeeze on the Afghan batsman.
Hashmatullah on strike. This is Jongwei, finds the outside edge. Down to third man, only a single, but the ball going across the left-hander, and Hashmatullah just playing away from his body. That's what found the outside edge. So Shahzad comes back on strike. Field just disperses, particularly to the leg side, backward square leg, mid-wicket. The mid-on saving 1. 6 on the offside, no slip. There's a very wide gully. It's Masakadza. So Shahzad on strike. Over the top, that's a good shot. Short and wide, don't bowl there to him. He's very good at the cut and pull. That's a boundary.
Well, I spoke a little bit earlier about how he loves to nudge the ball down to third man, but if you give him that much width, he's going to flay the bat at it, and he's done exactly that. It's almost gone for 6 over the point boundary. Not a good delivery, and Mohammad Shahzad taking full toll on Luke Jongwei.
Just missing the plot there. I think he knows that he's bowled a poor delivery. Needs to be pitching up, maybe getting him to drive rather than bowling short and wide. That is at least the plan, and that's how it looks. Field's not set for a short delivery. What's Jongwei wanting now? He's all pointing different directions. Extra cover goes slightly back. Full in length. Shahzad bides his time. He waits for the loose delivery, and when it's in his zone, he makes capital use of it. Now he's already got a boundary in the over, so he's quite comfortable. So what Zimbabwe should try to do is dry out the runs, dry out the boundaries.
Yeah, well, they're over before when they did dry up the runs. You saw that horrible shot across the line from him. That's what they got to try and do. Keep building pressure outside that off stump and keep bowling there. Keep him quiet. And like we saw a little bit earlier, he's not a batsman who likes to be kept quiet. So sooner or later, that big shot's going to come in. He's got the added pressure that the captain's gone, the former captain and senior statesman Mohammad Nabi's gone. And he's got to carry the team through. Hamilton Masakadza going from that wide gully you just spoke about into the mid-wicket area. Wouldn't be surprised if Luke Jongwei maybe might be wanting to bowl a little bit straighter then.
Wants a single, runs through quickly, underarm throws, hit the stumps. Now he's gone upstairs. Did the bat bounce off his hand? That's the question. It was a good return, the underarm throw. Direct hits can always be tight. The decision is pending. Let's see.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation again from the Afghanistan batsman. Dropped and ran. Sikandar Raza, but Shah's throws, the bat's in the air, and that looks like the man could be out. Fantastic work from Sikandar Raza, but
this could be very tight. This could be very, very tight. Now is the bat not grounded? Oh, well, it's a tough one, very tough one for the third umpire. My feeling is that he might say not out. But it's a tough call, very tough call. You see that the bat is bouncing as he looks to just trying to ground his bat as he dives. The underarm throw hits the stumps. The question is, the bat needs to be touching the ground past the crease. Now, easy touching the ground. Certainly over the line, but it needs, some part of the bat needs to touch the ground. That's the question. That's what the third umpire needs to say. What do you think, Tino?
that's very tight. As we know, if there's anything that doesn't convince the umpire, the call will be not out, and not out it is. Jubilation for the Afghanistan fans here. fantastic work from Sikandar Raza nonetheless, and I think relief on the Afghanistan faces in the change room too.
Yeah, but you could see that they're having the Afghanistan batsmen on their toes, just letting them know that short runs are not possible, and they're willing to take them on. Those direct hits can always create a little bit of doubt. Six runs off the over. It's 63 for 4. Well, the Afghan worm hasn't had an easy ride. It's been struggling with the wickets. Lost 4 wickets in the Afghan innings. Creamer continues. Nicely played. Very sensible. Not looking to hit against the turn, but like hitting it straight and along the ground. I believe Shahzad realizes that he carries a weight here, and he's going to be the key as far as the progress of the Afghan innings. Hashmatullah on strike. Too full. That's too full. Just needs to bowl a little bit slower, maybe a little bit shorter. Just a little bit too full for Hashmatullah.
There's that delivery again. You're quite right. Pretty full from Graham Creamer. You see he's got a man in at slip. Could be a ploy to get him to feel that he can be punching that ball down the onside field to mid-on. And if he gets that googly and he's playing towards the onside, you never know, maybe a little outside edge to the keeper, maybe to the man at slip.
That's more like it. It's about the length I think he needs to try and bowl to Hashmatullah, who seem to prefer to play him off the back foot. Most of the times we've seen him looking to go on the back foot. Right to the man at cover. At time just looking to drive against the leg break. Creamer might be interested because he might look to try and beat the drive with the turning leg break if he can. He's having a short leg, he's having a slip. Again, I thought he was looking to play across the line. The ball went off a outside edge or just sliced off the edge rather than really going off the middle of the bat. There was an element of risk. Good bowling. 64 for 4. $163 runs is what Afghanistan need. They got 30 overs. It's going to be Sikandar Raza. Part-time off-spinner, tends to bowl from round the wicket, tends to create that angle from round the wicket. Shahzad on strike. He doesn't have a slip. He's got 5 on the offside, in fact 4 on the offside. Doesn't have anybody on the boundary or cover. Instead, he's got 3 boundary riders. I wonder whether this is the right line to bowl, because he's looking to bowl more leg stump to Shahzad. Long on, deep mid-wicket, backward square leg, and 2 men on the leg side. Now, this is the area that Shahzad would generally favour. So let's see. I wonder whether this is the right line, but let's see.
Little bit of extra bounce there, I think. Inside edge onto the pad. Yeah, you mentioned coming around the wicket, he's going to be bowling into his arc. This is where he got his boundaries when he played that magnificent match-winning innings in the second one-day international.
Maru!
Tucked away. He won into the onside field.
He's a part-time bowler, Sikandar Raza. He's by no means a frontliner, so Zimbabwe will have to be careful because he needs to try and support the frontline bowler at the other end. With the left-hander on strike, Hashmatullah, now he should enjoy bowling to a left-hander, being an off-spinner. A long off and a point, that's all right, because the point is to try and ensure that anything loose is being covered. Man on the point boundary, long off. He's also going to have another man on the offside. Is it going to be a slip? Masakadze is going across to slip, which is a good thing because Hashmatullah's just in. They need to try and open up that end if Zimbabwe is going to win. Just a little bit too short. Need to get him playing on the front foot.
Yeah, I like the fields that Alton Chikumbura has employed. Graham Creamer and the left-hander, man at slip, man catching on the leg side. But at the same time, when you've got runs on the board and you've taken some early wickets, it's a lot easier to set those kind of fields.
Putting across the right-hander, that's the angle. Push through a little bit quicker. Always when off-spinners tend to go around the wicket, they tend to try and create that angle, tend to bowl across. Create that doubt in the batsman's mind. Poor delivery. He's got cover on the boundary. Now he could be releasing the pressure here, allowing the new batsman to get easy runs. Needs to try and tighten up, at least bowl dot balls to Hashmatullah, try not give him easy runs. But this was a gift.
Yeah, he knows that himself, Sikandar Raza, letting the new man off strike. It's the man they want to be bowling at. 21 gone, 4 down for 68.
It's the period where both sides is trying to exert pressure. Shahzad, as long as he's there, Afghanistan will feel secure.
Yes, you're right about that. He stands in between Zimbabwe's hopes to level the series. Shahzad is in good nick, and as long as he stays, Afghanistan can keep this game within their reach. Though they are struggling at the moment, 70 for 4, but they do have a lot of overs.
The main threat for Afghanistan, Creamer, he's into his 6th over, so they'll be taking down his overs. And it's a well-documented fact that come the back end of the innings, come the pressure on the bowlers, Zimbabwe don't fare too well. The top half of the innings, they keep things together, bowl well, keep the pressure on, but it's been the case that the last few overs they tend to lose the plot. The way Shahzad is playing, he's trying to see himself towards the 40th or the 42nd over and then launch.
Sweeps this one in the air but safe. One bounce into the fence. This is what we've been talking about. Shahzad's presence on the crease is definitely a threat to Zimbabwe's hopes. 22 gone, 75 for 4. As the Afghanistan batting guard. Oh, that was mighty close to the stumps. Sikandar Raza almost got that wicket. Hashmatullah got himself in a very bad position.
Misjudged the length completely. Was quite full and he went back. Sikandar Raza is termed a part-time bowler but does a lot of bowling for Zimbabwe in these mid-overs. Got a slip in place. For exactly that, a little bit of spin. He's bowling a tight line, Sikandar Raza. Exaggerated spin that time. They want to keep Hashmat on strike. Just build up the pressure, build up the dots.
It's playing Sikandar Raza out the back foot. Really deep in the crease, Hashmatullah. Dot ball to end the over. That's a good one for Zimbabwe. 23 gone, 75 for 4. You see that they're behind Zimbabwe as far as the run rate goes because they've lost 4 wickets up front and that's put the pressure on. I don't remember in Zimbabwe as captain making many changes in the batting order, but here I think the 21-member squad that Afghanistan has is some kind of a plan where they have decided they're going to give everybody an opportunity in different numbers. Last ball of the previous over and this was played, sweeping that. Masakadza feels could have gone to that fielder inside the circle. Feels probably the top edge could have gone anywhere, but that vacant region earns Shahzad and Afghanistan a boundary. Let's just be talking about how Rashid is number 9 batsman promoted up, Nabi brought down, captain coming at number 3. When you just want to win the series and get it done with and do the experiments probably in the 5th match when you already bagged it.
Well, when a team gets bowled out inside 17 overs, takes its toll. Even the coaching staff were a bit stunned by that. So in the morning that long visual in the nets. But Shahzad is the main man right now for Afghanistan. It's been a sedate innings, but when he hits it, packs a punch. Likes going over the top. Likes releasing those shots square of the wicket. Favours the onside mid-wicket long on region. Jibaba has to bowl stump to stump to keep the runs down.
So having said that, we've seen how Shahzad is the threat. What does Zimbabwe have in terms of bowling options now? They've got Karima who's bowling very well. Raza bowled on a over just now, which was maiden. We saw Elton, the captain, bowled so well. He's not bowling today. Jongwei is in good nick, so is Neville. So they need to decide how do they want to bowl the remaining 26 overs after this.
Yeah, in that game, Afghanistan were chasing 250, and it was only Elton Chikumbura who got those wickets and caused a little bit of a stir. That Afghanistan reply, otherwise Afghanistan was sailing along. We'll have to wait and see if the captain bowls and if he bowls at the back end.
He wants the second, Shahzad. Ran the first one very hard, but then Hashmatullah not prepared for the second. There you go, sprinting away. But then Hashmat was the one who stopped him. Cut away. This time they'll get a couple.
Zimbabwe bowling medium pace. Cannot afford to give width. His true batting wicket will have to keep it very, very straight, stump to stump. Keeper standing up. Just have to keep those lines tight, otherwise it'll be meat and drink. Just seems as it'll be a test of nerves this game, because at the back end, whoever keeps their head probably get over the line. Zimbabwe not too great defending targets. And Afghanistan seem to be banking on a bit of a burst right at the end. 78 for 4.
That's what's to come. But Kareem Sadiq, Shafiqullah, Mirwais Ashraf. But for sure, Shahzad will have to score a big 100 again. They're 78 now. 200 plus seems a long way from here. Again, coming back for the second. It's finding the gaps. And that is something that Zimbabwe need to look into.
He's not really looked in trouble or too fussed. Restraining himself from those big hits. A little sweep into the onside. Had Sikandar Raza interested, was in the air. Thankfully for Shahzad, didn't go to the field that shot fine. But he's on to 40. And he'll just keep on getting these singles until it comes to a time where he can express himself. This is what Zimbabwe don't want. They want Hashmatullah, the left-hander, to get off strike easy. That'll just release the pressure from both ends.
That's a beautiful shot. He is finding gaps at will. He'll go for 4 for sure. Now that's important runs for Afghanistan here. 8 runs in this over already and 2 deliveries to go. Shehzad is really pacing this at will.
This looks a different ball game altogether when MS is on strike. Wrist coming into play, smashes it through the offside boundary. Looking very, very comfortable, Shehzad.
Oh, that's wide, yeah. He tried to get bat onto it. Gets an extra delivery and a run. Bit of pressure on Sikandar.
Yeah, under pressure. Sikandar.
Ami!
That's well done at backward point. Surely saved an extra run. That's a big over. Still 1 ball to go.
A lot of skill involved in Shehzad's batting as well. The off spinner bowling with the angle and he's hitting him through the offside. We didn't see the Zimbabwe batsman being able to do that. Good over for Afghanistan. 88 for 4.
The 2 biggest overs they've had is 10, 15th over, and then the previous one. 3.52 is the run rate. Going carefully, but now one just feels that Shehzad is trying to pick up that pace, and he's doing it sensibly. No rash shots. He's getting the odd boundary. He's trying to push in the singles in the gaps. He's putting pressure on the fielding side. And this confidence is actually rubbing off on Hashmatullah as well. They're also helping getting Shehzad on strike easily. Chibaba.
They need Shehzad's wicket. Even if he doesn't score those boundaries, just stays on the pitch, and that's alongside the Afghan batsman. It'll be very comforting for them. Even the game, second ODI, which Afghanistan did win, chasing, was Shehzad who batted right through.
We just saw the bowling just now. The options are available. Hamilton Masakadza can bowl. So 5 overs for Jongwei, 5 for Madiba, and you've got Grima available. He's got 4 overs to go. Hamilton Masakadza can. Elton Chigumbura should. Oh, that should be out. That should be out. That should be the game as well. The way Afghanistan has been playing around Shehzad, that should be a big, big, big achievement for Zimbabwe. They are very happy.
Chibaba strikes goal. Stump to stump, just getting the ball to nip back into Shehzad, and that's bang on. That's hitting middle, in middle. Chibaba gets the prized wicket. Shehzad has to go for 45. Afghanistan lose the big wicket, 88 for 5.
Well, Shehzad goes, and a new batsman is Karim Sadiq. The only change in the whole match today. Karim Sadiq has a job on hand. And let's go back and see the big wicket, which is of Mohammad Shehzad.
Chibaba, keeper standing up, bowls very much stump to stump, and that one just nipped back a fraction. That was all that was needed. He knows, all the Afghans know, the big wicket that was. And now, safe to say that Zimbabwe have their noses in front.
Oh, foot and an arm as well. They're definitely ahead. For sure. 88 for 5. That's the only one smiling on that wicket is the doll.
It was the cat day before, and now it's the doll.
Karim Sadiq playing ODIs nearly after 2 years, so not really an ideal position to be in. To come back with the side is 88 for 5, or it may just work for him if he likes certain situations with responsibility. Well, wicket maiden, what an over. 88 for 5 after 26. You see his class apart right there. 45 of 72. Don't go on the number of balls he's faced. He's just played a different game compared to the other Afghan batsman, Shehzad. And now 5 more wickets to go.
A definite squeeze on now. Shehzad out, pressure on these two. Pressure Hasmatullah. He's been out there for a while and he hasn't really got going. Sikandar Raza has settled into a good line against him, and offside is packed and he's just bowling out there. Haven't seen Hashmatullah try the sweep shot. An inside edge gets him off strike, but that's good bowling from Sikandar.
That's what the name does to you. But for sure, Sikandar Raza is playing a very important role with his number of overs that are left, because he would like to block one end as far as the run scoring is concerned. Put further pressure on someone like Karim Sadiq, who's playing one-day internationals, as I mentioned, after almost 2 years. It's not easy to immediately set yourself in at this level.
Six men in the circle. Good from Elton Chikumbura. He wants the pressure to build. Doesn't want to give away singles.
Runs here. Should be a couple minimum. Just slightly down the leg side and cost his side 2 runs. 27 gone. 91 for 5. Here's the story in front of you. Fourth one-day international. 226 after batting first Zimbabwe and 91 for 5 Afghanistan. We've been talking about how Shahzad is so good with the bat in this series and how others are batting around him. I think we know it. The Afghanistan supporters know it. Zimbabwe team knows it. How much pressure is that on the other batsmen, the Afghanistan batsmen, when they know that they lose Shahzad at a stage like this? It's double the amount of pressure. Do you as a squad just end up depending too much on one man?
Chibaba has been the surprise package. Last over, bowling tight lines, and that's exactly what is needed. Got the prized wicket as well. Medium pacer, keeper standing up, and if you bowl that straight, again, this time to the left-hander, attacking those stumps, settled into a fantastic line, and even if the wicket is good for stroke play, if you bowl that straight, it just restricts the batsman. Wide rate creeping up as well, so Zimbabwe at the moment bossing the game. Just about that question about Shahzad being the mainstay, you can see the pressure on the batting, because when we came in the morning, all the Afghan team was in the nets, and they had an extended net session rather than any sort of fitness work on the field. So definite problems in the batting, and the coaching staff knows that too.
Yeah, the struggle has been on as far as the Afghan batting is concerned. It's down the leg side again. That's a wide. You see that the first match was 131, in which Noor Ali got 60 odd, and that won them the game. Then it was 131 from Shahzad, not out, which is half the score. And then they've been losing out on 50 odd runs, and then now here struggling again.
It's been tale of the series for both sides actually, with major collapses, a few individual performances with the bat. But as a whole, no team really, as a batting unit as a whole, no team really performing. So consistency is the key, and that sort of differentiates teams from being in the top half of the ladder and the bottom half.
On the other hand, Zimbabwe, 7 games on the trot, they've been losing and almost became a habit. Then they came back so strong that now they've got the momentum, the rhythm's on. I mean, you've got someone like Masakadza coming back with a 47, 80 odd. Today got 26. Best opening partnership today for them in the series. Trying to put in scores in excess of 200. Though at stages one feels they could have got plus 250 plus, but the bowling has been reciprocating. At the same time, they've just come back very strong. You just showed us that over from Chibaba. Wicket to wicket, good shout, but should be down the leg and end the over. 28 gone, 93 for 5.